There you are. Dr. Manhattan's Contingency Plan. Subject: Dr. Manhattan. Alias: Jonathan Osterman. Affiliation: independent, formerly with the United States government. Power set: manipulation of matter at a subatomic level, near omniscience, teleportation, time manipulation, energy projection, and regeneration. Psychological profile: detached, highly analytical, experiencing nonlinear perception of time, struggling with human emotions and connections. Introduction. Among the myriad threats I've encountered, Dr. Manhattan stands as a unique and unparalleled challenge. His abilities transcend conventional limits, making him a near deity with powers that can alter the fabric of reality itself. Jonathan Osterman's transformation into Dr. Manhattan has rendered him almost incomprehensibly powerful, yet he remains, at his core, a being driven by logic and detached analysis. Herein lies the contingency plan for neutralizing Dr. Manhattan, should he ever pose an existential threat to the world. Physical confrontation and neutralization. 1. Understanding quantum abilities. Dr. Manhattan's manipulation of matter and energy at the quantum level makes traditional physical confrontations futile. His ability to disassemble and reassemble himself instantaneously nullifies conventional attacks. Thus, countermeasures must operate on a quantum scale. 2. Temporal disruption. Dr. Manhattan's perception of time is nonlinear, but his actions suggest a timeline he adheres to. Using tachyon particles, which have previously been shown to obscure his perception, I can create temporal disruptions to limit his foresight and reaction capabilities. These particles can be dispersed via specialized devices hidden in strategic locations. 3. Containment through quantum fields. Advanced containment fields, operating on principles derived from quantum mechanics, can potentially limit Dr. Manhattan's ability to manipulate the space within. By generating a containment field with constantly shifting quantum states, his ability to predict and counteract the containment can be significantly reduced. 4. Energy disruption devices. Utilizing energy disruptors calibrated to interfere with Dr. Manhattan's energy signatures can provide brief windows of vulnerability. These devices, developed in collaboration with STR Labs, can emit pulses that destabilize his energy form temporarily, creating opportunities for further action. Psychological warfare. 1. Exploiting emotional residues. Despite his detachment, Dr. Manhattan retains fragments of his human emotions and attachments. His past relationships, particularly with Laurie Juspechik, Silk Spectre, indicate residual emotional connections. By strategically involving these figures, we can introduce variables that challenge his purely logical decision-making process. 2. Simulated realities. Using advanced virtual reality and simulation technology, we can create scenarios that mimic Dr. Manhattan's perceptions. By trapping him in a simulated environment that is indistinguishable from reality, we can manipulate his actions and potentially neutralize his threats. These simulations must be layered and complex, reflecting his nonlinear perception of time. 3. Conceptual paradoxes. Dr. Manhattan's understanding of reality is deeply rooted in logic and quantum mechanics. By introducing conceptual paradoxes and unsolvable logical problems, we can create cognitive dissonance. These paradoxes must be meticulously crafted to exploit the limits of his logical framework, causing momentary hesitation and distraction. Strategic alliances. 1. Collaboration with interdimensional entities. Given the scope of Dr. Manhattan's abilities, collaboration with entities from other dimensions and timelines is essential. The Monitor and the Anti-Monitor, beings who operate on a multiversal scale, can provide insights and resources necessary to counteract Dr. Manhattan's influence. 2. Alliance with magic users. While Dr. Manhattan operates within the realm of science, Magic represents an entirely different paradigm that he does not fully control. Strategic alliances with powerful magic users such as Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and John Constantine can introduce unpredictable elements into any confrontation. 3. Coordination with advanced intellects. Engaging with the most advanced intellects in the universe, including Lex Luthor, under controlled conditions, Brainiac, and Mr. Terrific, can yield innovative solutions. Their combined intellect and resources can help develop technology and strategies that I alone might not conceive. Ethical considerations. Preservation of reality. Any action taken against Dr. Manhattan must prioritize the preservation of our reality. His power to alter reality on a whim necessitates extreme caution. Every plan must include fail-safes to prevent unintended alterations to the fabric of existence. Non-lethal measures. While Dr. Manhattan's threat level is unprecedented, resorting to lethal force is not just impractical, but potentially catastrophic. Neutralization efforts should focus on containment and incapacitation rather than destruction, to avoid triggering retaliatory or destabilizing actions. Ethical integrity. Maintaining ethical integrity is paramount. While Dr. Manhattan's detachment from human morality may tempt extreme measures, our actions must reflect the principles we uphold. Using morally dubious tactics risks not only our ethical standing, but could also drive him towards a more adversarial stance. Conclusion. The contingency plan for Dr. Manhattan encompasses a multifaceted approach, blending quantum mechanics, psychological manipulation, strategic alliances, and ethical considerations. His power is beyond comprehension, yet even he has limits and vulnerabilities that can be exploited with precision and caution. Preparedness and relentless vigilance are our greatest assets in safeguarding Earth and the multiverse from threats of such magnitude. In the shadows I find my strength. In my resolve I protect those who cannot protect themselves. Dr. Manhattan's omnipotence will not deter me. As long as I stand, no threat will prevail.